I'm here with head coach Josh Steinbach, and he's preparing for two Big East opponents this week. First up, DePaul. Give me a little bit about DePaul.
DePaul's had a really good run this preseason. They start off 13-0 in the non-conference, and it's probably the best start for them. I don't know if it's ever, but it's certainly a great start for them. And then played a really tough Marquette team, at DePaul here this past weekend and lost in 5. So I think that certainly that team is going to come in here super confident. They've got a couple attackers that can really score. Their middles are hitting a high percentage, and then the kid on the right side is scoring really, really well. And then their outsides are very efficient as well. So they're a really offensively difficult team for us to handle, and so we're just trying to get ready to go for that. Their setter's doing an amazing job of distributing the ball. So they present a bunch of challenges that we certainly have got to prepare for and are working on right now.
The following day, you play Marquette. They're 8-4, but 4 losses, been the top 20 teams. Talk a little bit about them.
Yeah, I mean they've played an unbelievable schedule. They've played USC, Florida, and Penn State. Arguably all top 5 teams, and if they're not top 5 right now, but they've certainly played some of the best teams in the country. So I think they're ready to go for conference as far as that goes. They're very talented and very young, which is scary for down the road. I think Autumn Bailey had one of the best matches we'll see in our conference here last weekend against DePaul offensively, and hit around 500. And their other outside hitters hitting at a high percentage as well. They got a lefty on the right side that's scoring very well. I think their middles are very capable. So two teams that similarly are both very good offensively, and that's going to be hard for us to handle back-to-back nights. So we've got to do what we do really well. We've got to defend well. We've got to serve and pass better than both those teams, and we've got to make sure that we're aware those teams are good and they're going to make runs on us, and we're just going to have to be able to stay the course and grind out.
With the conference slate coming up, you guys have no more midweek matches. It's mostly Friday and Saturday, so you pretty much have the whole week off. What are you doing to keep your team prepared and focused?
Well, I think it's that falls more into the normal routine. So we play our weekend matches, get ourselves a day off, watch some film, try and figure out the things that we need to fix from the weekend before, early in the week, and then as the week goes along, we prepare for our first match on the weekend, and then turn around and get ready for the next one after we're finished with our first opponent. So really, it's the focus is simply on us for the first day or so, and then it's and shift over to the how we're going to prepare for the next opponent. So that's kind of a normal routine for us. I think our kids are pretty well used to that, and hopefully their focus is sharp because they want to be great in the Big East, and we don't have to do a whole lot to really make sure that they're focused. They do a pretty good job of that on their own.
As evident by the record, you guys have made substantial improvements since the beginning of the year. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think our group's coming together, and I've said this a couple times. I think that it's just been a little bit of a learning curve for us, just getting used to playing next to each other. And this year has been a little bit different. We've got a couple, again, we have a couple freshmen that are in the starting lineup, and so getting used to what those two bring to the table and how we lined up. It's just taking a little longer than I would have liked, but I think really we're figuring out how to play with each other, and that's really kind of starting to come together now, and we're seeing that with some confident play by us. So hopefully we've got all those kind of kinks ironed out, and we're ready to roll.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.